on the gate in Detroit. I already have my PDC and a clearance there, so what we will do is it's set to, I have my simulator set to early morning time, so it is 7:15 here, it's 7:31 here in Detroit. I think Detroit is in Eastern time zone, I'm not too sure. That one always gets me. It's in the Eastern time zone. I'm fairly certain it's in Eastern time zone. And the only reason I say that is I do distinctly remember that being an announcement that plays throughout the airport when you're walking around is like, the Detroit airport is in the Eastern time zone type of deal. So I'm pretty sure Detroit's Eastern time zone. So there we go. We should be running actual time plus 12 hours essentially is what I'm doing. Actual time plus 12 hours. So you may see some airplanes taxiing behind us. Yes, we are on Vatsim. Yes, there is actual traffic taxiing around. However, I don't hear anyone on the metering frequency here. I'm pretty sure I got metering tuned up to the correct frequency, 3057 metering. Oh, 3075. That's why I don't hear anyone on metering. So let's go ahead and hop into the aircraft. Let me go ahead and show you what we have going on here. Today we got another Delta. Every plane you see here, this is not FSLTM. Every airplane you see here is actually someone else. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have about 14 that I have 15, 16, 17. So we have a decent amount of airplanes on the ground here. It's starting to snow here in the Detroit metro area, so I don't have a way to de-ice. I don't think my wings are iced up, so we're gonna say they're not iced, even though they look a little white. We'll just say it's not iced up. There's not a real way to de-ice in the simulator anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. But there, we're going to be taking the Delta A330-300 over to JFK, kind of doing a heavy lift flight. That's what we'll be simulating tonight, a heavy lift flight and simultaneously a reposition flight. And we'll pretend that later on this evening this A330 will be going overseas to Charles de Gaulle or London Heathrow or Shannon, Ireland, something like that. So there we go. Let's go ahead and hop onto the flight deck here. There we go. I have some things already set up. Let's go ahead and import our flight plan from some. Oh, okay. Give me 1 second here. Options. Obviously, it did reset everything. All right. I want Imperial. Real. No. No. We'll do that. Auto disconnect tiller. I have no clue what that is. Use 0 foot no and 1,000 feet. Alrighty. Everything else with auto settings. Do I have these bind? Let's see. I think those are bound. Yeah. So don't worry about the difference there. Somehow my throttles got desynced from between left and right, so I do not know how that happened. So what will happen here is we'll close that. Is I'm gonna turn the screen off real quick. Do not worry too much about that. I'm just gonna turn the screen off real quick here. I'm gonna put in my SimBrief ID. If I can actually find, there we go. All right. Yep. I'm gonna turn this off, put in my SimBrief ID, and I will be back here in just a second. There we go. Got the keyboard to pop up there. Excellent. Now let's see if that works. There we go. SimBrief is loaded. I'll go ahead and bring the display back up. There we go. Excellent. So We got Detroit, JFK, Philly, alternate. That is what it is. Light snow here. Overcast 2800. Okay, so great weather here. We got an operational flight plan, ground. What do I want? Let's go ahead and download this from Cbrief. We'll apply the load. Realistic. Realistic would take up to 40 minutes to load. I don't want to spend 40 minutes over here loading up an airplane. So we will go ahead. We'll bypass that. We'll come back to that at a different time. How about that? And then what we'll do is we'll do a 5-minute load. So, okay. We'll go ahead and clear that. I think that was caused by me clearing a lot of different things. So let's go up top. We will align IRS-1, IRS-2, and IRS-3. What are you yelling at me for? Yes, I know. It's because why would they load up the default with 1,100 pounds? I have no clue. It is what it is. All right, so we'll test the APU. That looks good there. The flight control, this all looks good. I'm pretty much going to run this. I've never flown the A330, so in real life or in the simulator. So I'm pretty much going to try to just run this like I would, you know, the A320, even though there's a few differences here and there. For example, you have 2 green systems and then a blue and a yellow. So, like, I mean, there are some differences, obviously. But I'm going to run it like, you know, that's an Airbus, my Airbus. So we'll keep going down the captain side. All of this looks good. This fuel panel looks good. EVAC looks good. Emergency electrical looks all good. Everything's guarded and extinguished. JIPWIZ. There should be a fault right here, INI, because the IRs are not aligned. The recorded ground control, we'll turn that on. It should click to auto. I'm glad they put this, that little thing right there that says auto, because it is automatic. When an engine turns on, it will turn on. But you want to turn it on while you're sitting here on the ground so that in case something happens, let's say immediately after pushback or something like that, immediately after engine start, it has all the conversation recorded there. The calls panel looks good and our wiper is off. We're going to go on up to the engine fire panel here. The nice thing is you can test both engines at the same time, so we'll hit the test button. That all sounds good. Hydraulics look good. The fuel panel is set for now. Electrical panel looks good. The air conditioning panel, that all looks good. Small difference here, they have cockpit and then they have cabin. They don't have the different zones of the cabin. It's just cockpit and cabin, unlike the Airbus that has the forward, mid, aft, which the forward is really just cockpit. The mid and aft controls the cabin. So you know, small differences here and there. Anti-ice panel, that all looks good. Probe heat is an auto. Cabin pressurization is an auto with the ditching hatch off, with the ditching switch off and guarded. Nope, that is, yeah, that should be good. And that is good. So our lights are set how I would like them. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU. This is going to be the same thing. We'll hit the master switch, wait our 3 Mississippis, and then we're going to go ahead and turn that on. Fasten seatbelt sign can stay off. No smoking on. We'll arm our emergency lights. That looks good. Let's see. Observer ACP, PA, 3 o'clock position. There we go. There's a round about the 3 o'clock position. VFGF 3 is in data. Coming down to the first officer flight control page. That looks good. Or a flight control panel. That looks good. Cargo air conditioning panel. That all looks good. Cargo smoke. Everything's guarded and off. Ventilation looks good. Engine panel looks good. And the first officer's wiper is off. We'll come down to the main glare shield left to right. All of the light, the switches, push buttons should be extinguished. We want flight director The altimeter, current altimeter 3045, constraints, plan 10 nautical miles, and we can leave the VR and ADFs off. In the center FCU here, we want digits going along the top window here. We want to be in speed, heading vertical speed, and all the other push buttons should be off. And the same thing on the first officer's panel. We want to have the VOR ADFs off, 10 nautical miles arc, constraints on, flight directors on with the current altimeter that is set, and all of his push buttons on his side should be off. Coming on down to the main instrument panel from left to right, we have the PFD on the left, the ND on the right. The ISIS should be aligned. Upper ECAM should be on the upper display. We'll go ahead and clear this ECAM message here. So upper ECAM on the upper display, lower ECAM on the lower display. And the brake fan should be off. Landing gear we got down through green, anti-skid is on. The landing gear is down with no red indicating arrow. The first officer's side, we want the ND on the left, PFD on the right. We can adjust the brightness as we wish all the way over there. Coming down to the center pedestal. Let's see, I'm going to select Flight Management Unit 1. Let that load up. We got CF6 80 AE3 engines. That's good. Database is a current database. That's good. It says align IRS, nav accuracy downgrade. Okay, all of that stuff. Alrighty. So let's get to the net page. We'll get the request going. And let's come on down to the RMP that's set right now. I got, no, I don't. That's the wrong frequency. I just realized that is the wrong frequency here. Metering is going to be on 3075. So I want 3075. I'm going to switch you over real quick. Put 3075 in there. There we go. 3075. That's metering. This does nothing. The audio does nothing. I wonder if I turn that off. Nope, that does absolutely nothing. All right, so there we go. So that should be, this is what you're listening to. This is what you're transmitting on. It really does nothing. So that's okay. But we got the right frequencies in there. So that's good. Integral lighting is set, and our radar is off, at least for now. Coming up to the center here, we're going to go ahead and recall any messages. Yep, okay, we'll go ahead and clear that. That's good. Thrust levers at idle. Trim should be around about the neutral position. This is a little bit different than the 320. They kind of learned their lesson. They put the indication on the outside of the wheel, not the inside of the wheel, so you can actually look down and see without having to lean over how that looks like. So that's good. Engine master's off. Engine mode is normal. Speed brakes, disarm, flaps are up, and we'll come all the way back up to here. Gravity gear extension is stowed. First officers make do. We'll just assume, since they both linked up for some reason, that they both are have the current database. And the radios are set on his side. I have the departure frequency and the standby over here because there's lots of frequencies and I don't want to bungle them all up. So that's just how I have that set up. Have it use your radios however you see fit. His ACP is set. Floodlights look good. And I got the transponder 2165. And I am squawking mode C at this time, so that's good. Let's go ahead and start programming this thing. I'll go ahead and get the tablet. There it is, tablet. Yay, there we go. There's the tablet. So we get a clipper. All right. So we're going to be going Detroit to JFK, Philadelphia to the alternate. This is how I would think it would uplink, right? So Delta Airlines 3318, that's how, like, this all would uplink, unlike the Phoenix, where all of this does not uplink. This is how it should be. So we'll be cruising at flight level 390. ISA deviation is +0, so whatever uplinks here is what's going to be valid. The triple pause is 3690 feet, so that's fine there. We'll go over into here. Our zero fuel weight is going to be, we're estimating zero fuel weight of 323.1, so we'll put 323.1, and I'm not sure what the CG is going to be, so I don't know what it is. Let's put it at a neutral point. The 32%, I'll just say 32% for now. We'll see what it is. I want that. So 32%, so 32.0%. Our block fuel is going to be 44.5. Hush. I know. 44.5. There we go. I have... oh, did that zero out? I think that zeroed out. 0.0. This is 0.7. Format error. How about that? Format error. What about 0.1%? There you go. We'll zero that out, and our alternate fuel, we look down here, our alternate affiliate 6.5. So we'll go ahead and put that in as well of 6.5. I want 6.5. That's the correct one. 6.5. That's our alternate. We'll go over to our flight plan. We'll go ahead and put, we're expecting 2-1 right as our departure. It's going to be on the Pavel 3. There we go, Pavel 3. Mr. Doc transition. I think that's how you would say that. We'll go ahead and insert that. Make sure there is no discontinuities. We'll clear the discontinuity. There we go, Mr. Doc direct Hoxie. J78 to LVZ, Lindy 8. And let's see, what are they doing here in JFK? I'm not too sure. Whether, oh, Vatsim. 3-1 left and right. Ooh. I mean, we might get 3-1 right. I'm not too sure. I'll put 3-1 right in there for now. Arrival. All right, let's throw on a 3-1 right. There we go. It's going to be the Lindy. Just saw that. 8. No transition. All right. And we have that completely set up. The next thing we need to do is uplink some winds. Oh, it uplinks. Oh, see, that is completely how it expected to do in real life. So let's go ahead and do a fast load here. Aircraft loading. Yeah. That has to be annoying. I don't know if that's a real thing. Refueling in progress. Instead of just say refueling, it says refueling in progress. Okay. I don't know if that's, you know, I've never flown a 330, so I don't know if that's actually a thing. So zero fuel weight CG is going to be 26.2%. That's what it looks like they're planning on there. So I'll go back down here and it be /26.4%. They'll go ahead and put that in there. We'll go in and get some takeoff data, shall we? So takeoff. We'll sync. What do we got? 2-1 right. Yep. Surface, we'll call it dry for now. Winds are doing wind things. There we go. 1F, air conditioning on. Anti-ice will be on. And let's see. Please complete fueling and loading. Okay, so obviously we're going to have to wait for that. So we'll wait for that to be completely done. While we're waiting on that to be done, what we can do is we'll do a route verification. I'll put you in plan mode, 10 nautical miles. There we go. And nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Don't know what happened there. So we want 10 nautical miles range, and we'll go flight plan. And if we go down here, I can bring up the SID. This is why I love this tablet so much. Alrighty, so I can hide this, and off of 2-1, we'll proceed on course to intercept our course to Jolu. See Jolu down here. Then Yimi at or below 7,000 feet. Then Hayward at or below 9,000 feet. Then Silva. Then snug as a bug in a rug. Pavel. You're killing me, Smalls. Mr. Doc. And then we'll proceed on course. We'll go back here to our flight plan. Back to our flight plan. Mr. Doc, direct Hoxie. J70. So we got the J70 in there. We'll take that to LVZ. And then that's the Lindy 8 arrival into JFK. That is very interesting. Why does it go straight from LaGuardia to Maldi? Because it ends at LaGuardia. So that's very interesting. That should be a discon. So what I will probably do is clear that, put the discon in there, and then what we can do, I said 3-1 right. I'm not too sure which runway we'll get, but 3-1 right. I'll go ahead and put that in there. And ooh, who is invisible? Hello, invisible. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You said whoever is in stream, say yes in chat. Okay, invisible. I do have this open for everyone, but don't make me change the setting to only subscribers. Invisible. Let's see. Maldi. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll reinsert the ILS approach vias Cat Todd, and then we'll insert that. So hopefully the discon after LaGuardia is still there. LaGuardia, no, this is super weird. So I'll just delete Cat Todd, put the insert the discontinuity. Okay, this is a weird box, but it is what it is. Alrighty, so we okay, I'll just go instant there then, because we need 44,000 pounds of fuel. Okay, so 44.5, that looks good. I have no clue what SimBrief was, what this was doing with the load, but it was not correct. All right, so the route has been verified. There we go. We can do a quick briefing here with our Ghost FO. Are you ready for a briefing? We don't have Ghost FO. Look at this, chat. Look at this. We actually have, you know, FO Gray Eagle Sim Pilot. There we go. Look at him over there, just chilling. So FO, do you have any threats? Well, it's cold and snowy out, so I guess that would be the biggest threat. Yep. The taxi out could be a threat as well. Not too sure how we'll get there. More than likely, I think we'll take Uniform Golf to cross 27 right. We'll take hotel. Is that hotel? No, that's Victor and Mike. Down to Mike 6. I haven't calculated our performance yet, have I? So let's go ahead and do takeoff. I said 21 right. All of this should still be the same. Anti-ice on. We'll go ahead and calculate that. 366.2. Okay. There we go. We'll send that to the FMGS or FMGC. And look at our performance here. We'll confirm the takeoff data. Next. And 290, that's already set in there. Sweet. Perfect. 290. So there's some inefficiencies here. We'll go ahead and copy our secondary flight plan. Excellent. I'll leave you on performance. And let's plan on doing flaps 1 with a flex. Standard reject considerations. Any questions about what we reject for? Nope. Alrighty. We'll in the event of an engine failure after V1, we'll continue straight ahead to about 4,000 feet. We'll clean up the aircraft and work the ECAM to return to Detroit. Otherwise, we continue out on the SID. The top altitude is 17,000 feet. It's going to be 280 knots. So that's 280 knots as seen on the SID here, above 10,000 feet until released by ATC to go faster. Departure frequency is, if I can get it. Nope, I can't get it. Departure frequency is going to be 132.02. And we're squawking our squawk code of 2165. Do you have anything to add there? Nope. Alrighty then. I'm still going to run the same before start checklist, just like the 320 checklist that I have. So recorder ground control is on, flight forms and maintenance log is on board, reviewed aircraft 821, fuel quantity 44.5 is required, 44.5 on board. Takeoff performance, we have 136, 148, flex 65. Oxygen, I haven't done that. Oh, it does work. Checked. Seatbelt sign. Go ahead and turn that on. ECAM. Oh, I haven't even checked that. Let's go through a different flow real quick. APU is on. We'll get the bleed on. We'll turn the expat turn power off. And we shall check our hydraulic. That all looks good. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. They said there's looks like a circuit breaker button here, since there's not a lot of circuit breakers up front, but we have hydraulics. Looks good. That's an auto with the correct landing elevation. Oh, it looks like those FADEX are nope, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Let's see. FADEC power. We'll turn those on. There we go. Should be good enough there. Alrighty, and let's see. Oxygen looks good. Alrighty, so we kind of did our little flow there that we would do in the regular Airbus. So, oxygen checked. Seatbelt sign is on. ECAM is checked. Parking brake is on and checked. MCDU set. The altimeters 3045. Departure briefings reviewed. The before start checklist is complete. Excellent, 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 excellent. Alrighty then. So let's go ahead and we shall close up. Go to ground. Toggle the GPU off. We can close the door. And we can toggle the jetway. There we go. See if it moves away here. Yep, it's moving away. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and we'll turn the beacon light on. We'll close this door. Alrighty. Oh, I need to reset the flight directors here. We should have dash lines. There we go. So we got V1, V2, climb nav, blue, flight directors 1 and 2. There we go. Alrighty then. I'll turn terrain on NT. I don't think that does anything, but we'll turn it on. Anyways, there. Who spawned on top of me? Seriously, bro? I am gonna pretend you aren't even there. Just, you aren't even there. Thank you. Thank you. What gate are we? Alpha 46. Hello. Hello, metering. Delta 3318, Alpha 46, ready for push. Delta 3318, we're clear to push face north, Delta 3318. Pretty sure I'm logged in as Delta. I see it, DAL 3318. That's controllers has never ever called me the wrong call sign before. It is funny. It's most controllers be like, "Hey, sorry, I read that wrong." Especially when you have two airlines that have a similar call sign, you definitely get that. Man, it's starting to snow. You can see the snow accumulating on the ground equipment there. I'm gonna toggle the tug real quick. Let's see. Do I need to toggle the tug? There's nothing to toggle the tug, so I'll just wait real quick here. Actually, I'll hold that. We're literally just waiting for this guy behind us to push or to start moving. There we go. Alrighty, so let's go backwards, shall we? Oh, that's very interesting. It's not picking up. You guys can't hear the audio here. Settings. Audio. Chat. Yeah. Oh, you know what I probably need to do? Just go to properties and go to, there we go. That's what I needed to do. Yeah. Excellent. You should be able to hear ATC now. And let's go backwards, shall we? Oh, I gotta release the parking brake to go anywhere. There we go. Alrighty. Left? Nope, right. There we go. We'll do that. How about that? There we go. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Let's go ahead and get those. Oh no! Stop it! Come on now. So let's go ahead and start those engines, shall we? I'll turn it up. I don't think the engines are really that loud here, but let's turn it up and see. See the engine starting up there. We shall go aft a little bit. Right. Nope, left. Left. Okay, I think it's done. So we'll go ahead and set that. There we go. Alright, it is what it is.
I'm following him south terminal A, J8 gets me there.
Super quiet. Let's get to the back for the second engine start here.
Okay, I'll park on the other side. That's uniform 9 or something.
Gotcha, you're clear then. If you want to continue north on uniform 9 until you find something suitable.
Rudder Delta 411. Roger, going to uniform 9.
Who's it out 20?
Delta 965.
Delta 965, push on the uniform and 9 is through, face north.
Uniform 9 facing north, Delta 965.
Hey, Grant, hello, American 1 Alpha, staying out for 20 bomber destination.
Delta 2358, face north on Quebec, and then transfer over once you pass whatever you need to just uniform Quebec north until you're at your gate.
Okay.
Okay, we'll reflect that Delta 2358.
Delta 411, follow that 330, don't go behind that 321.
Already almost spooled up here. There's a British Airways 777 right in front of us. So there we go. Alrighty, looks like we have 2 good engine starts. So let's go flaps 1.
Delta 9759, you push approved on Italy at 8 so.
Alrighty, after start checklist, engine ITIs is on, status is checked, rudder trim is 0, the after start checklist is complete. While we're waiting here, we'll just go ahead and do our flight control checks.
Go straight back, please.
Pull up, pull down, neutral, pull left, pull right, neutral, rudder, pull left, pull right, neutral. Excellent. We'll put the auto brakes on to max. Our trim is already set for takeoff. That's good. We can get the PWS on to auto. And we can do a takeoff config check real quick. Or not. One more time. There we go. We're just waiting on the cabin. Excellent. Before takeoff checklist, flaps. One planned, one indicated. Takeoff data and speeds are checked. The weight, we're at 367.5, and we were planning on, we look here, the 366.5. Stab trim is 26.3%. Flight controls checked. ECAM memo is takeoff cabin blue before takeoff checklist is to the line.
Delta 411, that aircraft is moving now. You should be all set. Building 1019, you can call ground 119.45.
109.45. 10-9. So much service.
552, Charlie, are you good to go?
Was that me for 3-1 Charlie?
He's getting everyone's call sign all types of backwards.
I don't know if you cut out there earlier, but we're in Texas.
B1 Charlie, Roger, proceed uniform 9 to 3 north.
Uniform 9 693 north, 0 check.
Delta 2697, call ground 121.8.
121.8, Delta 2697.
Load metering Delta 3318 is ready to taxi.
Delta 3318, proceed uniform 9 behind the speedboat triple to 3 north.
We'll proceed behind the speedbird 777 at 3 north for Delta 3318. Have a great night. Thanks for the ATC.
You too.
Alrighty, we'll just line up behind this guy here.
We're taxi to 938, don't know if you heard me earlier.
I'll throw this guy up. The tower frequency is going to be 21 left, right, 18.4. So I'll put 18.4 in there. There we go. Look back up, see if this guy's moving. He is. Excellent. Another Delta 330 sitting there on the gate. Alrighty, we'll continue looking ahead of us because that's where all the action is. Excellent. Let me go into charts, taxi, terminals. Nope, I'm in the wrong part. Wrong airport. Taxi. Nope. Stop it. Oh, lights. Detroit.
694 heavy metro ground. Anything taxi to the ramp. Victor, Kilo, and then as you make a and then con. Yeah, Victor Kilo. Okay, to the ramp, I extend Kilo, that's another 695.
What am I looking at here? There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense here. Like, I don't see anything for... I see 5. Well, there's 5 right there, so clearly 3 must be next. I'm just not finding it on any of these charts. I am literally just click... Oh, there we go. Parking gates south ramp. That's what I need. So, just waiting on them. The Speedbird ahead. We'll hold here at 5. Other ground. Delta 3318 is behind the Speedbird 777 here. Ready to taxi. Okay, we'll contact ground on that frequency for Delta 3318. Have a good one. Alrighty. 1945 is the frequency, so 50-50 shot there. Alrighty. 1945. Let's go this way. 45.
Left on Victor, approached 27 right, Whiskey Southwest.
So far, I turned back on the VHF modulation. It's 45. Turned on the VHF modulation. It doesn't sound that bad.
Where are you at?
We're on Quebec to hold short of Tango, and we're taxiing. We're going
Set the brakes. Let's go ahead and take a look outside and see what we can see here. We got this Delta here, an A320. This this is the guy we're supposed to follow. He's currently holding at 3 north. You see him holding short. Oh man, holding short right here. Absolutely beautiful. A Speedbird 777. That's the guide. We got 2 more aircraft coming up the line here. Let me put my drone back here because he just got his taxi instructions. Golf Victor Mike. Okay, so that's what he got. Golf Victor Mike, cross 27 right. Alrighty. Ground Delta 3318 is behind the Speedbird at 3 north with the formation ready taxi. So, let's see what the information is. Delta is what it is. So.
Delta 965, Metro Ground, hello. You can follow that Speedbird 777. You can pass the uniform Golf Victor Mike across the runway 27 right at, oh, nope, Delta 965, you're going to the left.
Oops.
Wait, we'll go back to that then, hold on.
Delta 3318.
I'm sorry, I called the wrong aircraft. You can pass the runway 21 right, follow that Speedbird, uniform Golf Victor Mike across the runway 27 right at Golf.
Alrighty, Uniform Golf Victor Mike cross 27 right at Golf for Delta 3318 Heavy. Thank you for the ATC. You have a great night. Alrighty. So we'll take.
Back to Juliet, Whiskey 6, and short of C1 left, passing off.
Ground Delta 3318 Heavy. Yeah, Delta 320 just taxied on to uniform ahead of us. You want us to follow him now? Alrighty, we'll hold here at 3 north for Delta 3318 Heavy. Alrighty, we'll continue our taxi uniform. Golf, Victor, and Mike for 21 right. We'll cross 27 right on Golf for Delta 3318 Heavy. Alrighty. So don't do whatever this Delta is doing. Our sequence is the Speedbird, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Who is calling me? Have you come up?
Yes, good evening, traffic. To remain in Tampa 01, we are on 3 north platform.
Tango Uniform Alpha 501, Metro Ground, hello, runway 21 right, pass to do a Uniform Golf, Victor Mike, cross runway 27 right at Golf.
21 right, uniform goes Victor Mike.
So in these conditions, we would actually be heading over to the de-ice pad to get some to get the aircraft de-iced before we take off. So that would add an additional 15 to 20 minutes onto our time here on the ground. So it is what it is. Hopefully here in the next week or so, I will come out with a video on cold weather operations. Please stay tuned, give a like, give a subscribe so you can get that update when I upload that video for how we treat cold weather operations at my airline. Again, everything is subject to change. Everything changes yearly. Things change. We learn new things. So here's Golf. We'll take a left on Golf. I'll go ahead and I'll bring up the tablet so you guys can see where we are. I'll bring up the airport diagram. Excellent. There we go. We're clear to cross, clear on the left, clear on the right. We're going to turn on all of our lights. No, I probably need to tune down my sensitivity from our mouths a little bit because just the smallest change is making it just swing like crazy. So I'll leave the little taxi diagram up there for you. Once we turn left on Mike, what I'll do is we'll go below the line. I'll actually tell the flight attendants now. PA right here. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. There we go. Alright, we are on the other side. I can go ahead and bring those all back off again.
I don't see.
This is kind of a tight taxiway here, so I will overshoot it a little bit and then bring it back in. There we go.
Metro Valley, Delta 1171, uniform 8, rated back to Delta. Delta 1171, Metro ground, hello, runway 21 right, taxi to Golf. Victor, Mike, cross up. Yeah. Right, get Golf, Victor, Mike, cross 7 at Golf for Delta 1171.
This one has a nice wide sweeping angle here. You see how the taxiway flares out? That's specifically for the wide bodies so that they can make the turn comfortably.
Make the left at Alpha 3 if you can.
Alright, how do you guys like having the taxi diagram up while we're taxiing here? Especially since we have live ATC online right now. Already below the line, we have the runway and FMS. We got runway. Nope. Runway 21 right in the box on the screen out the window. Let's check. The minimum takeoff fuel. Let's see, 39.3 is required. We have 43.5 on board. Flight attendants notified. Engine mode norm. TCAS is going to be TARA. The before takeoff checklist is complete. I'll go ahead and switch on over to tower. I heard him say 18.4. That's what it is. So we'll switch on over there.
Beaver 31 Charlie Arnav. Arnav. Winner, runway 21 right, clear for takeoff. Arnav, winner, clear for takeoff, 0 Charlie.
So there's the Speedbird right ahead of us. 777 taking off.
Speedbird 31 Charlie Apollo, that's Arnav Jolu.
There we go, Jolu. We got another aircraft behind us. I'm not too sure what airline that is, but it is what it is. Let's go back inside.
Frontier flight 2898, cross 21 right at, actually, you know what? Hold the position, there's traffic in front of you. Hold position, flight 2898. Delta 1646 Heavy, welcome to Metro. You have a gate tonight? Delta 66, Delta 1646. Delta 1466 Whiskey Tango, hold short 2, hold short of
For the VHF, modulation has been acting really, really well. Actually surprised.
Whiskey Tango, short Juliet 7 on the ramp, Delta 1646, bye-bye. Speedbird 31 Charlie, heavy contact departure.
Alrighty, I'll take the second intersection here. Be good.
Delta 3318 Heavy, Metro Tower.
3318 Heavy is with you, holding short runway 21 right.
Delta 3318 Heavy, runway 21 right, line up and wait.
21 right, line up and wait, Delta 3318 Heavy. Alrighty, so we're cleared to line up and wait. Let's go ahead and turn on these lights. Let the flight attendants know we are taking the runway.
Sarah good day, Delta 1122, taking Wolves 15. Delta 1122, Metro Tower, runway 21, left clear land. 1 left clear land, Delta. Frontier Flight 2890, I need you to cross now, Raven. 2, 1 white, Frontier Flight 2890.
Pretty much guessing where the nose center line is right now. Trying to get that line up just perfect.
Last aircraft calling, I'm sorry, what was that?
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait till that center line is just behind his seat, then I can crank it over. There's the Frontier crossing downfield. Excellent.
Tower 2490 heavy is 11 miles, 61 miles.
Delta 2490, you're number 3 in trail of a Delta on a 5-mile final, runway 21 left, cleared to land.
21 left, clear to land, Delta 2490 heavy.
There you go. Great way to line up the aircraft right there. Almost just perfect. So we're just waiting for us to get the takeoff clearance at this time.
Metro Tower, is that you calling for landing clearance? Yeah, you're number 3, you're trailing Delta A320 on a 6-mile final, or an 8-mile final, I should say, runway 21 left of the 3, clear to land.
Number 3, clear to land, and Delta 442.
Delta 33818 heavy, RNAV to Jolie, runway 21 right, you're cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Julie 21 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 3318 heavy. Alrighty, we are cleared to go. Runway is clear. Let's go ahead and go. Half on the side stick, 40% on the N1.
Yeah, we're going to be going to the Alpha Gate.
Looks good. Take off.
Whiskey Tango went short of Juliet 7.
Flex.
13075. Thanks for
Thrust set.
Whiskey Tango, hold contact ground. Short of Juliet 7. What was the frequency again?
130.75.
80, checked.
130.75, short of Juliet 7. Thanks, up, nice up, 2480.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Aircraft holding short of the runway. I'm sorry, what's your call sign?
Turkmenistan 501A.
New one for me. Turkmenistan 39.
Autopilot 1.
Runway 21 right. Line up and wait.
Then runway 21 right, Turkmenistan 501.
Frontier Flight 2898, clear to runway 21 right.
Climb. Climb is set. I said
Frontier Flight 2898.
departure is 3202.
4945, Frontier Flight 2898, goodbye.
Flaps up. After takeoff checklist 3202.
Departure 3318 heavy, departure 13202.
13202. Delta 3318 heavy. Have a great day.
You too.
13202. Go ahead and flip that on over.
November 9 Bravo Lima, confirm where you'd like to go. Westbound of the Detroit Metro transition.
Oh, that should be 17,000. Oh, okay. 17 is in magenta, so we're going to level off there. Departure Delta 3318 heavy is 3,500, climbing on the Babel 3 departure.
United 428 Detroit departure, ready to contact, climb beat sit.
Departure 12 Bravo with you.
So at this time, since we have a speed restriction of 280 above 10, I'll go ahead and select 250 knots.
Departure 89 at 428, 7,000 feet of assist.
67. Hello, departure Delta 3318 is about to level off 7,000 on the P-hole 3.
Delta 3318, Detroit departure, ready to contact. United 428, Detroit departure, ready to contact.
There we go. So, we've checked in with them. Canadian Aviation, hello, how are you doing? Welcome aboard. Glad you're able to join the stream tonight. We're doing some Friday night operations here. Got full Vatsim coverage. Let's see, we just broke out of the clouds. And I think that's good enough for me to go ahead and turn off the engine anti-ice. There we go.
Departure November 1212 Bravo 4,000.
Not a lot to see, except we're cloud surfing. That looks so cool when you're cloud surfing. Hold on, let's see if we can get an outside view here. Just skimming the clouds there.
1212 Bravo, report the position.
Northwest of the airport, I got sent around there. Aircraft too slow in front of me.
Look at there. Oh, is that not a shot? Almost looks like a TV shot right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Confirm your intention.
Like, are we filming a Delta commercial right now? I can't tell. Like it looks so good.
9 Bravo Lima, you'll have to cross over the field. Stand by. Standing by, 9 Bravo Lima, will orbit.
Let's see. Current altimeter 305. Okay, it's still 3045, so they haven't updated anything in quite some time. So we'll continue climbing via the SID to 17,000.
All stations stand by.
All stations stand by. Glad you're able to join us this evening, Canadian. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For all of you guys out there that are watching, please feel free to leave a like. That definitely helps the YouTube algorithm get my content pushed out to all those people out there who are also flight simulation or aviation nerds like myself. There we go. We've begun our climb again. We got Hayward at or above. I'll go ahead and bring it up here. Wouldn't it be cool? So, like sometimes when I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes when I'm like flying in the back of the airplane, like undercover, like I'm just wearing jeans and a t-shirt, right? Sometimes I take the iPad out and I bring up the flight route, and I can monitor the flight progress. And I can see what arrival we're on or departure we're on. That's kind of cool because like usually like the in-flight maps, like they're cool or whatever, but it doesn't show you everything, right? It's very general.
November 1212 Bravo, Detroit departure, ready to contact.
So let me know if this is being too cluttered. If you guys like having the tablet up while also looking at the wing view, or if it's too cluttered, feel free, let me know. Any feedback is greatly appreciated, but I absolutely love the tablet in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So that's why you see me keep bringing it up there. So we're coming on up to 17,000 feet here. We're currently through 10. So let's go ahead and we'll let them flight attendants know we're out of sterile. We can turn the landing light off, the nose light off, and the turn off. And I don't need a dome light anymore. So that will work there. Annunciators we can turn on to. Oop, nope, it's already on dim. So or bright. So there we go. There we go. We can accelerate to 280 knots, and that will be the maximum until we get relief from ATC. Because if we look here, it says jet departures that are above 10,000 feet maintain 200 knots until advised by ATC. So that's exactly what we will do. Go ahead. I will bring the range out on this just a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Yeah, I don't think the terrain on ND works on here. It should be, we should be painting stuff here. So it is what it is. Hopefully we get a changeover to center here in just a little bit.
518, contact Cleveland Center on 135.72.
Okay, 135.72, and I think you meant for 3318, Delta 3318. Okay, he's not gonna respond to that. I'm gonna switch over anyway. Everyone is messing up the call sign tonight. It's literally not that many numbers. I don't get it. Hello, Center Delta 3318 Heavy is 16,000, climbing 17,000.
UPS 1738 contact Cleveland Center 126.75. Sorry for the delay, Vector.
You're good. Over to 126.75. UPS 73 Heavy. Good job.
Thanks. And that's aircraft calling, second.
Delta 3318 leveling 17,000. It's 280 knots.
Delta 3318 Cleveland Center, hello, comment sample 3990.
Alrighty, we'll climb all the way up to flight level 390 for the Delta 3318. And do you still need the speed?
Delta 3318, no, you can delete the speed restriction.
We'll delete the speed restriction. Climb maintain flight level 390 for Delta 3318. Thanks. There we go, 39. That's set. And we are climbing on up. It's not like we're going much faster than 280 knots, but, you know, it is what it is. So, won't worry too much about that. We're about to cross through our transition altitude here. So, I'll go ahead and... I forgot to set this. 3045. I'm going to set it to 3045. I can't believe I didn't set that once, twice, and thrice. Shame on you, Grey Eagle. Shame on you. Alrighty, so... we're through transition standard. Set once, twice, and thrice. We'll go ahead and get the wing light off at this time. Excellent.
You are... let's see. So you should be with center 126.75.
Absolutely beautiful.
Sorry about that, 663.
No, I didn't say that you said that. How are we all? Thank you for asking about that, Canadian Aviation. We are all doing well. Draco, hopefully you're still in the chat there. I think Draco is doing well as well. Thank you for asking. Really do appreciate that. I'm still thinking about your application to the Royal Canadian Air Force. I absolutely think that's absolutely cool. Canadian Aviation. Absolutely amazing. Let's see. We will get some in-flight entertainment going here. Excellent.
Bearing 1019 Cleveland Center.
Alright. It might be safe for me to leave the VHF modulation on VPilot. Because I haven't gotten one, you know, any of those crazy, like, random spikes in the volume there, which is why I had to turn it off, because randomly it would start screeching in your ear. It was absolutely terrible, but you know, it is what it is. So this isn't too bad. Hopefully you guys can hear ATC in the background. It adds a little bit to the ambiance of the flight, and it actually feels like a real flight. This is what it would feel like as you're just sitting here chit-chatting with your FO. You get some radio chatter in the background, but you always got an ear out for your call sign, so that is a real thing. This is real life chat.
031 Charlie, contact Cleveland Center 119.87 CF.
11987, speed road 31 Charlie.
Thank you.
Max Racing says, how are you doing, Max Racing? Glad you could join us this evening as we just flew out of Motor City 8 miles during the 8-mile event that they're having here. We're fully staffed from metering all the way to center. At the very least, they have metering ground, tower, approach, and center, all staffed up here in the Detroit metro area. And so got that experience. Not a crazy amount of traffic tonight. Usually with some of these FNOs, the traffic, it can be 30, 40 minutes waiting in 30 or 40 minutes waiting in line at the runway to take off. So it actually, we taxied right on out and got right on out. So it really wasn't that bad at all. We're here in the Delta A330 300 in Flight Simulator 2024. Hoping the weather starts to heat up. Are you you done with the cold weather there down in Houston, Max Racing? It's been cold everywhere. I was watching the news this morning, and they had spring training for baseball. The Astros, haven't they won 2 World Series here in the last like 5 or 10 years, something like that? So the spring training camp for baseball is getting ready to start, and the vast majority of baseball camps end up in Florida somewhere, different parts of Florida, but they usually end up in Florida somewhere, being hosted down there. And even in Central Florida, the Tampa area is what I call the Central Florida area. So it was 40 degrees this morning. 40 degrees. That's absolutely insane. Yes, it got down to 20 degrees. Oh my gosh. Max Racing, are you sure you don't live in northern Canada? Are you sure you don't live in northern Canada? I mean, that is really cold. That is really cold. Do you all even have cold weather gear for when it gets that cold? You know, I mean, that's like, again, that's like someone from Florida going and visiting New York or Maine for a week. It's like, you know, the only thing they have in their closet is are shorts and flip-flops. So it's like they got to go to Amazon to get some cold weather stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said nope. Yeah, exactly. The whole city freaks out when it drops below 60 degrees. Well, I don't blame them. I mean, for a city that's used to 100-degree weather in the summertime with a relative humidity of 1 billion%, when it gets down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit, we're not talking about 20 Celsius. 20 Celsius would be really warm. 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Yeah, 60 actually wouldn't be that bad. You know, 60 isn't too bad. It's a little chilly. You know, my ideal temperature is exactly 69 degrees. No one make any jokes about that. It's just how I prefer my temperature. But exactly 69 degrees is the perfect temperature. Perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. I can wear shorts and be cool. I can wear pants and feel warm. So it's one of those things where it's like right there in the middle. I once read somewhere or heard somewhere that one weather professor somewhere said, you know, they don't care what the temperature is as long as the humidity is 50%. You can be somewhere that's really hot and the humidity is 50% and it doesn't feel bad. You can be somewhere that's really cold and the humidity is 50% and it doesn't feel bad. You know, so you said the whole freaking city. Okay, 74 to 80. That's your range. Okay, a little bit warmer. That's not bad. What's a good temperature range? 74 to 80. That's like you can wear shorts throughout that entire temperature range. That's a pretty good temperature range. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather have a hot, miserable day than a cold, miserable. Max Racing, I am with you on that one. 100% with you with that. I always joke that I only need one season, and that's summer. And everyone's like, oh no, but you can only take off so many clothes. In the wintertime, you can at least always layer up. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like being cold. It just does not suit me at all. So, yeah, max racing, I 100%. I can.
Delta 3318, contact Cleveland Center 134.12.
Alrighty, 13412 for Delta 3318. Have a great day.
See ya, you too.
13412.
Through flight level 20, climbing 230.
There we go.
American 1707, flight level 230.
American 1707, Cleveland Center, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Line 310.
Delta 1231, resume normal speed.
Normal speed, Delta 1231.
Center, Delta 3318 is flight level 327, climbing flight level 390.
Delta 3318, Cleveland Center, roger.
Alrighty, seems like it's going to be smooth enough. I'll go ahead and turn the fast seatbelt sign off at this time. Give the guys enough of the passengers enough time in the back to get up and do whatever it needs to, because or whatever they need to, because you see our top of climb, top of descent, pretty close together. So that's what it would be. Cockpit and cabin tour. Oh, why not? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's my Max Racing. You are the first request I have ever had on a live stream for a cockpit and cabin tour, and no, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Hey, here, let's go ahead and go out.
Cleveland Center, Cirrus 15 Kilo Mike, level 1215000.
So we have our galley here.
Sorry, I had
It's a pretty sizable galley. Lots of storage spots for food. You have two coffee makers, your left and right coffee maker, generic flight attendant panel, the Airbus A330. Usually, so on the Airbus, you'd have, this is a digital panel. It's connected to the SIDS system, and usually you need to let the aircraft boot on for a little bit, and it takes about 2 or 3 minutes for this to come fully online. And while this is coming online, it kind of affects your other systems here, since it's connected into SIDS. And a lot of times, if this doesn't work, you're gonna get up here on your ECAM a smoke detect fault. It's really weird how the system works, but if you get that smoke detect fault, something's wrong with SIDS. Because smoke detect fault usually is going to be a lavatory smoke detect fault, and SIDS can detect that. So there you go. So, and usually it has all types of stuff, like it has the airplane, you can change the lighting, all types of stuff in there. So that's your little SIDS panel there. Let's see. I don't know why they have the flashlights above the jump seats. Maybe that is a thing in real life. Our airplanes have the flashlights stored down here. Like, you see how it has the life vest, fire extinguisher. I don't know what that is, and I think that's a flashlight. So it would be stowed down there. Coming through the first class, look at there. Well, we'll go all the way to the divider here. Turn around and give it a look at. There we go. There is your first class cabin. Clearly, I did not model this no smoking seatbelt sign because it's still on, even though I have turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. So, you know, gotta ding them. Super unrealistic. You know, I do better. I'm just kidding. I mean, it is what it is. It's a free, I mean, to be fair, this is a free airplane that came with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I don't know if, like, you got to get a certain version. I just got one of the higher end versions. I didn't get like the Aviators Collector's Edition, where it comes with with a piece of metal airplane tag or keychain And what else did I? A flight bag? I think it came with a flight bag. No, I'm not spending. I think it was $300 for that. No, sorry. No, like I don't need. What am I gonna do with that? I don't need all of that. I mean, cool for someone that wants to have that memorabilia, but I don't need that. I just want the airplanes and some airports. You know, I want some good airplanes and some good airports. So let's go here. I wonder if my controller will work for this. I can look around. Uh-oh, what did I do? Back to the front. Autopilot off. Okay, we won't do that then. Oop. There we go. Let's not do that again. Sorry about that. Let's go back. There we go. Mine came with a lanyard. Oh, you got the one that came with a lanyard. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't get the version that had anything special on it. It was a pretty higher end. Essentially, I get the same version that I had gotten for a 2020. So it was like that Premium Deluxe or whatever it was called for 2020 that came with all the airports and all the airplanes. So there we go. So here's a little coat closet for all your first class customers' coats. That's pretty cool. Again,
3318, maintain Mach 0.80 or greater.
180 or greater for Delta 3318, no problem, thank you. So we'll go ahead and select speed 80. Let's go. I said select speed. And let's burn some gasoline, shall we? We're 38 for 39, and we'll do Mach 0.85. How about that? So they keep bringing us back to the flight deck there. That's okay. I am okay with that. So you have Flight Sim 2024 too as well, Max Racing. That's really cool. That's really cool. I really hope you're enjoying the simulator. It is absolutely a beautiful simulator. I really do like... I was trying to climb... Oh, there we go. I really do like how they redid the atmosphere in 2024.
Endeavor 5366, contact Buffalo approach 126.
It looks much more realistic, much more brighter, and they put cirrus clouds in, which is a huge plus because that was what was missing in 2024 as well. You get up into these high levels and then there's just no cirrus clouds. There's no clouds ever. So that's really cool that they did that. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and go to I got us to the mid galley here, which has more storage for all the meals and stuff like that you're going to be serving for the business class / premium cabins, the economy plus or whatever you want to call it. I got to figure out there's lots of these invisible walls. There you go. And there's no like, economy plus or comfort plus or whatever you want to call it in his. So it is what it is. You just kind of get the one TV right there in front of you. So, it's basic modeling, but it's not too bad. It does hold up, at least the sidewalls. I really don't care about like all of this. Like safety LEDs. Why I don't really care too much about the LEDs in the cabin. But the LED on the sidewall is really good. I'm not mad about that at all. Because at least they have the texture down really well. When it comes to that, especially for the window views, because I can come down here and make my own wing views. But like, look how well this holds. Look at the texturing on this. Look how well it holds up under close scrutiny. Now you get to the arch here. Yeah, you can kind of see like straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. But it is what it is. You look out the window there, and almost indistinguishable from real life. Almost indistinguishable from real life. It's absolutely beautiful. So let's go back up. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. It's more of a GA simulator, at least right now it is, because I mean 100% it's a reskin of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 with a few more enhancements. And so like when I say reskin, I know it's not like a reskin. They kind of changed the core platform to get a lot more texture clarity and granular clarity, I guess, because, you know, like you said, it's a GA simulator, so like it really shines when you're flying low and slow over open fields of flowers, or over a lake or a river where you have, you know, all those pebbles and rocks, or in the mountains where you have all different types of rocks on the mountainside. So it really is a GA thing, though, GA simulator. So then here you have your exit galley here. There's nothing really going on here. It's just kind of a divider. Depending on what airplane you're in, this would be all walled off, and you'd have a door here, and there'd be stairs going up above the overheads, and that's where the flight attendants' bunks are sometimes. So it really depends on the airline, how they have their airplanes retrofitted out to where they want to have their crew rest areas at. And then we come all the way to the back, and we have our aft galley here. So this is where the bottom flight attendant on the crew will spend their entire time cooking meals for, or, you know, using the ovens to heat up meals for literally, it's like some 200 passengers. It's absolutely insane how many meals they can fit back here. You got an oven, I don't know what that is, so 3 ovens that I can see, 5 ovens at least back here. So you got 5 ovens, 4 coffee makers. So yeah, some serious cooking happens back here. And in case you didn't ask for it, or in case you didn't know, for anyone watching, everyone's, but can you use the lavatory? Nope, you can't. You can't use the lavatory. Or can you? Yes, they have a modeled lavatory. What is this? What is this? A picture of an ATR in the lavatory? Wait a second. Oh no, did I do the ATR? No, I didn't do the ATR. Is this an Easter egg? Is this going to be their next project after the A350? I have no clue. But let me know what you think, Max Racing. It definitely looks like an ATR. To me, this looks like an ATR. It could be, like, it's definitely a turboprop. It could be a -8, but I don't think it is. So that's why I'm thinking ATR. Is that an ATR? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this is an ATR. In fact, if we look overhead, let's see. Yep, there we go. There's your hotel mode right here. I'm pretty sure that's where you can put engine number 2 into hotel mode. So yeah, I think this is an ATR. I think this is an ATR. So do we think, chat, do we think that INI is working on an ATR for their next build? Let me know. Let me know. Would I have been the first one to find this, or no?
Delta 2445, flight level 300.
So yeah, that's very interesting that the mirror would have a reflection of quote unquote an ATR in it. Now I want to say, oh, now I got to check out the other lavatories. This is going to be a slippery slope. Is this a lavatory too? Yep. Nope. It just says no storage. Infant's life vest and doctor's kit. Oh, that's not a lavatory.
835, climb and maintain flight level 340.
Yo. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I think all the laboratories are going to have the same thing. But I have to check. Now I absolutely have to check. There's no way I can not check. I have to see. Same thing.
65, clear direct to Phillipsburg, Papa Sierra Bravo. Direct Phillipsburg for JetBlue 865.
Oh, that's the back of the cockpit of an ATR. I'm pretty sure that's the backside cockpit of an ATR. Oh my gosh. Dude, INI is coming out with an ATR. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I'm calling it right now on this channel. INI is making an ATR. That's next after the 350. I don't like to hype anything up. I never like to hype anything up. I like saying, like, when I see it, then that's when it's really happening. But I think that's the next thing that's going to happen, because Asobo does have an ATR. However, it's a pretty basic ATR, and I don't think INI did it. So I wonder if INI is going back and they're going to modify the Asobo ATR, because you know how they have the Asobo A320. Yeah, okay, so you have the front of the ATR, you have the back of the ATR. So I wonder if that's what they're going to do, is they have the Asobo A320 and how they modified it and made it better, even more. Good lord, how many galley cards? Wow. Alrighty, there we go. We're back on the flight deck. We can close that door. You got
JetBlue 1137, contact Cleveland.
You got a little closet here. You can hang the jackets up. Supposedly you could put a suitcase in there if it's slim enough. I have no clue. And then you got two jump seats. Both of them are to the right. So unlike the 320, which has a sliding jump seat that comes out from here, and then another jump seat that's pretty much kind of like right here. This one has two jump seats to the right. You got a door that goes down to the E&E bay. I don't think that is modeled. In fact, with all the invisible walls, I highly doubt we'll be able to get in there. But it is what it is. Let's see. There's our jump seat view right there. Jump seat view. 100%. Max Racing says, breaking news, Delta pilot runs around the cabin frantically looking through the cabin. Could this be connected to the Boeing controversies? Stay tuned, more coming at 5 p.m. Stay tuned to your 5 p.m. news for more. No. It could be connected to the Boeing controversies. Airbus pilot sabotages Boeing's reputation.
Delta 3318, contact New York Center 125.32.
12532 for Delta 3318. Have a great day.
You too. Delta 2835, contact Cleveland Center 125.42.
125.42, Delta 2830.
Cleveland Center, FedEx 165 Heavy. We
Was it 3-2? Pretty sure it was 3-2. 12532. We'll find out.
Selfridge Airport information, uniform 0.
Nope.
Windtree 18 at 8.
Heavy, we get a step away for about 10.
Yeah, no problem. Let me know when you're back.
Perfect, will do, thanks.
Delta 2830.
There we go. That's quiet. Hello, Center, Delta 3318, flight level 390.
Check somebody made there. First off, Air Canada 2836, contact the Indy Center on 132.82. Good day, XT.
7282.
See ya!
Alright, who's reaching top of drop there?
Walker 3911 for the Gibbs 5.
Huh, didn't know XP was... where is XP going? I guess he's transiting the airspace. Darius Alliance, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. It was .325?
Walker 3911.
Are you sure?
Maintain level 240.
Correction 240, Walker 3911, thanks.
JetBlue, correction Delta 2835, did you call up?
Delta 2835, we do flight level 340.
Cleveland Center, welcome.
Hello, Center, Delta 3318, flight level 390.
119.87.
Son of a biscuit.
Blocked. Was that 119er point? The end of that right there for 21.
All right. Because
I hit 2137, it'll be
oh,
Cleveland.
there we go. Finally, it happened.
119er point 87. Good night. 2137.
It's New York Center, so New York, 2532. 2532. You are correct. 25.
But contact Cleveland Center 125.42.
32. There we go. That was weird. I was receiving some sort of ATIS.
Selfridge Airport
American
information.
1983 near center, climate
Okay,
maintenance level 3.
so this is not cool.
Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,800.
How do I turn that off? Because that's going to be annoying as all get out.
November 903 Papa Delta near center, roger. The Philadelphia altimeter is 3044.
Landing and departing
3044, 903 Go Delta, thank you.
That's the Nern 3 Papa Delta correction, 3039.
3039, thank you.
Hello, Center, Delta 3318, flight level 390.
Delta 3318 near center, cross Geno at maintains level 230.
Alrighty, we're across Geno at maintain flight level 230 for Delta 3318. Alrighty, so Geno 230, let's go ahead and put that in there. Geno, we'll put in 230, altitude constraint. There we go. Alright, so that is in there. What we can do is go in and verify our arrival here. Let's see. Max said hello, Darius. Oh, they said hello, Darius. Yikes. Hello at Max Racing. How are you all doing out there? You might have to turn it off in the sound settings. Okay. I will just turn the sim down for a minute there. There we go. Alrighty, so we have the Lindy arrival. It's a pretty straightforward arrival, so I need to put you in plan. Nope, not engine, plan. So we got Geno 230, Hardy, Stillwater, Lindy. I need to put Lindy at 190-250 knots. So Lindy at 190 and 250 knots. There we go. Okay, I got it. So we'll return. That's in there. Then from Lindy, we will go to a quarter. And we'll get rid of vectors from there. Alrighty, let me, before I forget where we are. Okay, we still have a few miles before I'll begin my descent. So, let's go ahead. Settings. Sound.
And or 3 Papa Delta, are you direct National Airport at this time?
So I copy one each other aircraft environment user interface. This is so annoying. Loudness meter. Okay. There we go. Direct to Machio. We'll go direct Machio. We'll reinsert that. There we go. How is that not? Thursday?
4560 cross Biley at maintain 13000. The Allentown altimeter 3036.
Okay, 13000 at Biley for breakout 4560.
What? Flight directors, that's why. Why would you turn the flight directors off? Stop it.
American right. 115 cross Lendy at maintain level 190.
Alright, so we'll take control of our speed again. I'm gonna have to turn off in south settings. Yeah, I do not know how to turn it off. That's like one of those things.
115 Lendy at and maintain level 190, 250 knots.
Maintain Atlantia, flight level 190, speed 250 at American 150.
Southwest 3573, contact Washington Center 1.
I have no clue where that is. Vatsim, you're officially annoying to me.
November 3, Papa Delta, Washington Center 126.87.
126.87.
Yeah, that's. I mean, we have controls, but
See ya.
I don't. That's not what I want. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll manage this up now, and head on. We're on something. We're on alt cruise. So, oh, I need to select 230. That's what I need to do. Alrighty, I'm all flustered. This has got me all flustered. I don't like it. I guess we are going to leave it. We were just complimenting the sim. I know, we were just giving it high praises, and here it is, like surprising me with like an ATIS frequency for the center. I mean, this is so dumb.
American 115, contact New York approach 125.7.
125.7 American 115, thank you.
JetBlue 2786, contact, or question.
So there's Geno. Let's continue on here. Now that we're descending, I'll go ahead and bring up the... Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the iPad. There we go. So we got the iPad up, and I'm planning on the ILS through one right. What are they doing there in JFK? Of course, there we go. What was that? They have information Golf 340 at 19, gusting 27. Of course, it's going to be gusting winds. 10 miles clear, -2 over -13, 30, 34. ILS through one right and visual through one left, departing through one left. That's why I think we're going to be doing through one right as they're departing through left as well, so they can put more arrivals on through one right. I don't know. So we'll see. So I said it is an altimeter of 30, 34. So let's go ahead and do that. 30, 34. There you go. Right now. Excellent. 30, 34. That is another thing I needs to iron out is when you switch from standard to wherever we're going to, get a little bit of speed breaks out there. Whenever you switch from idle or your standard to wherever you're trying to set your altimeter to, it's not going to bounce around like that. It doesn't try to chase its current altimeter. It knows it's in the flight levels, and it knows that 29902 is the standard in the flight levels. Have you ever had any weird anomalies, moments on VHF radios in real life? The biggest anomaly we get, okay, so I don't want to say that. Okay, that's kind of a long story. I'll try to make it as short of a story as possible. Here, let me check the things here for the ILS. So we got, nope, want you. Alrighty. So we got Maldi and Zulab. We got Maldi, Zulab, and from Zulab it's about 5 miles and a 30-degree glide slope. So we got 5 miles, 5 miles, 3-degree glide slope to the runway. The missed approach is going to take us 1800, climbing left turn to 4000, outbound on the LaGuardia VOR 207 Mava. And we'll hold there. So we got that all the way out to Mafa, and we will hold that. All sounds good. Let's go red nav. We got IRTH 111.5. Final approach course is 313, 314. Good enough for me. Progress. We got KJFK 31R. Excellent. So I'll pop that in there. Let's see. We'll go next phase. I want 3045. Temperature is -4. And the winds are 240 at 9. So says this. How old is that? 23 minutes old? 240 at
31 Charlie,
9.
center 1347.
There we go. The bottom side is going to be 212. And I'll use full flaps and low water brakes. There we go.
221.
I've never landed this thing, so we shall see how that goes.
221 New York Center.
Quick briefing here.
120280.
Ghost FO.
Direction 221.
Do you have any threats? Well, it is New York. Taxing can be a little complicated around this. I have no clue where we're going to turn off, but we'll probably turn off somewhere down here and get taxi instructions. I'm pretty sure Delta Parks. Oh dear.
Frontier Flight 391, how long again?
Oh, because I left this.
Frontier Flight 391 approved.
Alright. Oh, there we go. You should automatically. Well, no, it's like.
Maintain 300 knots or greater.
300 or better for Delta 3318. Alrighty, let's go ahead and
501, do not exceed 300 knots.
open this. Okay. Why does it turn the flight directors off each time? That's so weird. Alright. We're gonna dive like a bat at a HE double hockey sticks.
Cross BC at maintain 9,000 JetBlue 2030.
Center, Iconic 610, checking in 17,000.
Iconic 610, New York Center climb.
We're not making that restriction. It is what it is. I have no clue what this airplane does, but it's not doing the things.
Descend and maintain 10,000.
Okay, 10,000, breakout 4560.
That's me. There we go. Oh. Oh. Okay, there we go. I'll accelerate to 320 knots. Alrighty. We are Alt-Star. Missed it by 1,500 feet. That's alright. I am gonna figure this out one of these days, alright? And then there's a story after this. FOS has this Dave and Clark song. Yes, he does. Alright, hopefully this ATIS is not annoying you guys. I hopefully have it turned down low enough where you guys can't hear it. You just see the prompt every now and then. I'll try after the stream to go into the settings and find where that is. There we go. Speed brakes are stowed. I'll bring the speed back to 310 knots. The 330 surprisingly cannot go that fast. That's super weird. There we go.
American 9K3, I don't recall approving away. You got to ask for it before you leave.
Wow, getting scolded by ATC already. I'm glad I didn't get scolded for missing this crossing restriction. So yeah, taxiing around could be kind of a thing there. We're going to be coming in on the Lindy. The next restriction is going to be an expect at Lindy, 19,250 knots. We will. I'm gonna recruise this here.
Make sure ATC acknowledges this, because just because you said it doesn't mean we heard it.
We'll go 70 here. Oh, okay. Okay. This is going to have a hard time trying to. It wants to keep going down. It is what it is. Plan on doing a. It'll be a visual. It's really nice down there in New York. Backed up with the ILS to runway 31 right. I'll use full flaps, low auto brakes low. Plan on a soft grow run if we need to go mist. Tower sign heading in altitude, or redo the Polish mist if they want us to do the Polish mist. When we do land, plan a left-hand turn off on Whiskey Victor or Uniform 3. I'm not too sure where we're going to roll out at. So somewhere down there, we'll either taxi Bravo or Alpha all the way back around to the ramp, which is here. So
2030 contact New York approach 125.7. 125.7 JetBlue 2030. You see us?
Scroll on in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like yeah. This is like all Delta.
18 cross Lendy at maintains level 190.
Lindy, I maintain flight level 190, Delta 3318. 19. Let's go ahead and it doesn't need to be anything crazy. We'll start at 1,000 feet per minute and see where that goes. Yep, there we go. Excellent. I'll get rid of the iPad now. Any questions about the brief? No questions. Sweet. Aircraft message. We will be waiting at the gate with a printout copy of the FOQA data. See you soon, Mr. Grey Eagle. Yeah, the chief pilot will meet you at the gate requesting a briefing on why you dived the way you did, and also simultaneously missed a crossing restriction. But you were saying, have you ever had any weird anomalies, moments on VHF videos? Okay, so there's one time we were out over the water, and it was not like today. We were getting static like crazy on the radio. Like we were getting static like crazy. It was absolutely insane. How much static we were getting. Like you literally couldn't hear ATC. That's how much static we had on the radio. And fortunately they didn't call us the entire time, but like literally you couldn't hear anything even if they were talking to you. And I was a first officer at the time, and I literally looked at the first officer, since we didn't have any VHF communication with anyone. You could barely hear anything. And I looked at the captain and I said, are we going to land and it's going to be 20 years in the future? I just thought like we were going to be like the lost flight over the Atlantic. Like, you know, I don't know what it was. It was my first time being out over water, and it just was a weird experience. And he just kind of laughed and was like, you know, we'll talk to him here in a few. And like, I don't know, it felt like an hour. It felt like an hour before finally ATC gave us a frequency change, and it actually came through and we changed frequencies. It was perfectly fine. So who knows what it was, but it was just like we're flying along over the Bermuda Triangle in the clouds, and we can't hear anything, and we can't hear anyone, and that's just it. I was like,
maintain 250 knots, contact New York approach 125.7.
250 knots, 1257 for Delta 3318. You have a great day. Thanks for the ATC.
Turkmenistan 501, contact New York approach 125.7.
125. Whoever is, they're right behind me. 125.7. There we go. Hopefully that will do that. We'll slow it down to 250 knots.
180 knots or greater until Zulab.
Where's the ground until Zulab, American 115?
All right, what do we have? Echo? That's cool with me.
Northwestbound heavy 777 at 2,400 will be following him.
Hello, approach. Delta 3318 Heavy is flight level 190, slowing to 250 knots. We have information. Echo.
Delta 3318 Heavy, New York. Hello, depart, landing heading 180.
Already depart. Was that LaGuardia or Lindy?
Depart Lindy heading 180.
Already, will depart Lindy at on a heading of 180. And did you say down to 16,000 for Delta 3318 Heavy?
Delta 3318 Heavy, affirmative. So it's a 180 heading off.
Already, we'll expect the ILS runway through on right for Delta 3318 Heavy. Thank you. All right, it's doing it again. I might turn it off. So we have a 180 off Lindy down to 16,000. So we can go ahead and do that.
501 Heavy, New York approach. Good evening. Depart Lindy heading 180.
And for the performance approach page. We'll go ahead and activate that since we're already in there, and we're over Lindy now. So I'll turn to 180. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I just realized I am looking at Detroit weather. Let's go ahead and pull up New York weather. Wow, me. All right, 3034 is the altimeter. So let's go ahead and do that. No, 3034. Somehow, okay, I must have been looking at the wrong thing. Did I put the right one in here? 3034. Okay. 30.34. I must have done something weird. Alrighty. Let's see. The temperature is -2. -02. And the winds are 340 at 19.
340. Maintain 3,000 until established. Clear LS runway 3 and right approach. 180 knots or less until Zulab.
Okay, there we go. So I got that set. And let's go ahead and get our lights on, shall we? And we'll turn the seatbelt sign back on as well. Let's do a quick descent checklist. Altimeter's 3034. Auto brake is low. Prefer bridge page is set. Arrival briefing reviewed Lindy 8 arrival. Visual approach backed up with the ILS to 31 rate. And our status is checked. There's no changes. Descent checklist is complete. Excellent. So yeah, that's my weird VHF radio anomaly that I've had. We're leveling 16. Usually the only thing you really get is you can hear the
Delta 3318 heavy, just going to maintain 13,000.
Set to maintain 13,000, Delta 3318 heavy. Alrighty, we'll go
one
down
heavy,
to
maintain
16,000.
16,000.
There we go. And I'm just going to turn that off. There we go. Okay, I'm done with that. I do not like having my ears blown out. I'll bring the volume of the sim back up as well. There we go. Excellent. And what I'll probably do is, let's go ahead. 3-1 right it is. Let's go direct to radio land, shall we?
Heavy, turn left heading 150 and descend and maintain 8,000.
150 8,000 for Delta 3318 heavy. 150 and 8,000. Might be those right? I'll bring some speed brakes in here a little bit so we can go ahead and get on down. I'm not going to try to waste my time getting down here. I was going to do something. I forgot what I was going to do right before he called me. Disrupting our comms. I know. He's calling me disrupting our comms. I have no clue what it is. What it was that I was going to do. I was going to do something though.
Heavy, reduce speed at 230.
230, Delta 3318 heavy.
JetBlue 2030, maintain 230 knots or better, please.
Alright, 230 knots or better, JetBlue 2030.
Let's go ahead and prepare the flight attendants for landing. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
Delta 152 heavy, New York approach, good evening, depart.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it cuts itself off after a certain amount of volume, but that's still absolutely ridiculous. Max Racer says, Darius says, extended center line? That's what I was going to do. Thank you. I was going to extend the center line. Going to do direct to radio land. Maldi and radio land of 30. Nope. That's not how that's going to work. Direct to... Say Maldi. Is that correct? I am not a fan of this.
Sir, benefit 501 heavy, just going to maintain 8,000.
Don't make me do the P-pause. I will insert a P-pause. Nope, doesn't work. Alright, cool. This is awesome. Well, it is what it is. I got it there. We're through 10,000.
3318 Heavy, descend and maintain 4,000.
Center maintain 4,000, Delta 3318 Heavy. 4. Definitely right up the aircraft, asking them to check the static wicks and VHF antennas rate. It's a little ridiculous how this always happens. I turned it off, but I think I have to actually close out VPilot and then restart it because I think I'm still getting the VHF modulation. I feel like I can still hear it, so it is what it is.
Approach Delta 152 has just double checking. He said ILS-31 left.
The ILS-3 went right, but if you'd like the left side, that's fine.
There's JFK right underneath the left wingtip there. We are getting there. Ooh. Great time for me to remember to start the replay. So we'll start recording. Excellent. Let's go ahead and record it.
18 heavy traffic to follow 12 o'clock, 8 miles eastbound of A320 at 3,000.
We're looking for the traffic, Delta 3318 Heavy.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll put it on below. I don't know if this actually works, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna pick them up.
Delta 3318 Heavy, reduce speed to 210.
210 Delta 3318 Heavy. Alright, 210 now on the speed. Excellent. We're gonna slow it up. We're VFE next minus 10, flaps 1, speed verify. There we go. There's our slats coming out. Excellent. We're 7 for 6. I do not have them on TCAS, and I don't have them outside. So I'm just not even going to call them.
Turkmenistan 501 Heavy, reduce speed to 210, then descend and maintain 4,000.
Reduce to 210 and descend to 4,000, Turkmenistan 501.
See, I'm gonna try this one more time. That's and then 1, 3, 4. See what that works. Aha, I do like it. Alright, there we go. That looks much better.
Heavy, turn left heading 040 and descend and maintain 3,000.
040 3000, Delta 3318 Heavy. 040 and 3000.
2175, you can fly in present heading back to ILS 4 right, descend and maintain 4,000.
3000.
And your present heading, please.
That is set. We're still in open descent. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that. There we go. Excellent. Did it. Had to do some math. That's what happened. No bigs, just doing a little bit of math. That's all. That's all. Thank you very much, Darius. Obviously, you're keeping up with my thought process quicker than I'm keeping up with my own thought process. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for joining the stream this evening. Glad you're sitting there in the background, slowly watching me make my way into JFK. Really do appreciate it.
Take it from me that left turn's coming. You can make it a left turn heading 010 now.
We'll continue that left turn to 010 for Delta 3318 Heavy. Alrighty, clearly that stopped my turn. Alrighty.
Maintain 3,000 until established, put our left runway 2 and right approach.
4 for 3.
340, maintain 3,000 until established and cleared the ILS 3 and right approach, JetBlue 2030.
Let's see. I don't have them above or below, so I don't know where this guy is.
130, Turkmenistan 501.
Look at the caps on the waves down there. Absolutely insane. Bring that range in just a little bit there. Excellent. We're leveling 3. I do not have this guy in sight at all.
152 heavy, turn 10 degrees to the left.
turn 10 degrees to the left.
That we don't have a tower frequency here, huh? Alrighty, no tower, no ground, so it is what it is. This is he's controlling everything. I don't mind it. I will go ahead and we will get rid of our in-flight entertainment. Thank you very much. Look outside like we do in the Cessnas. Yeah, I'm looking down here. You know, as much
New York approach, November 2514.
as much as I wish, I don't think I'm gonna pick them up out there. As good as the visuals are in the sim, I just
Number 3514 Tango, New York.
don't think I'm gonna pick them up.
31 right, Kennedy altimeter 3034, reduced speed to 210.
We don't have ADS-B on our aircraft. You should have ADS-B out, but probably not ADS-B in. Most aircraft don't have ADS-B in.
Heavy, maintain 230 knots or better, please.
The aircraft that do have ADS-B in, you're very fortunate because you're able to see other aircraft around you. So that's really a really good thing to have. Should be getting cleared for the approach here in the next 5 miles or so. So we are in a perfect position to intercept. When he does clear us, I'll probably slow it to like 190 or 180. When looking for traffic, you want to start from the ground up. Yeah, well, you want to slice the sky in 10-degree intervals is what you want to do. So that you can see any movement tracking across your field of view. So when you do vertical, you can see things tracking across, and that's why they kind of like, that's the recommended technique. But there's some limitations at the sim. It is what it is. Yeah, everyone should have ADS-B out. ADS-B in is a different situation. Unless you specifically pay extra money to have ADS-B in, then most people aren't going to have it. Alright, left turn to 340, join that 31 right localizer for Delta 3318 Heavy. Alrighty, 340 to join a 31 right localizer, there we go.
Reduce speed 210, descend and maintain 7,000, confirming.
4,000.
I do have the airport in sight as well.
JetBlue 2030, the wind at Kennedy 34019, gust 27.
I'm going to slow it down to 190 knots just so I got flap 2 speed.
3 miles from Maldi, maintain 3,000 until established. Clear LS runway true and right approach. Maintain 180 knots or greater until Zulab.
Alrighty, 3,000 until established, cleared for the ILS 31 right approach, and 180 or better to Zulab for Delta 3318 Heavy.
Alrighty.
There we go. We're VFA minus 10, flaps 2, speed verified.
Number 50 Alpha, New York, hello, into the left downwind, runway 1, the Republic altimeter 3031.
Alrighty. I will probably, yeah. I turned it down. Let me turn the sounds back up in the sim for you. Excellent. I got the runway in sight. You can see Manhattan off in the distance. Look, everything is looking beautiful. We are all set to go. I got Cat 3 dual autopilot 1 and 2. There we go. Low capture. This should have already cycled me over to Zulab. Why aren't you cycling over to Zulab? There we go. Arm the speed brakes right now. Glide slope capture, set the missed approach altitude. Missed approach altitude is 4,000.
Turn left to 340 and join the localizer. Maintain 3,000 until established. Delta 150 to head.
Pretty much a straight headwind. Oh my gosh. Absolutely insane.
14 Tango, time to fall 12 o'clock, 6 miles, same direction, heavy 777 at 3,000.
We're about a mile out from Zoo Lab. That's good enough for me. I'm going to go ahead and manage the speed because I got to get the gear and the flaps out. So we'll go ahead and manage our speed. Gear down.
Yeah, 2175, so we're heading 080.
2175.
Alright, we're VFA next minus 10 flaps 3, speed verified. And we are VFA next minus 10, flaps full, speed verified. Before landing checklist. Altimeters, we have 3034 and 1860. Auto brake is low. Perfect bridge page is, sorry, I skipped up. Landing gear is down and 3 green. ECAM memo. Because reasons, I gotta do this. I think I gotta do that.
180 after landing.
Delta 2938, that's affirmative.
It's one of these buttons does it. There we go. Cabin's ready. Jeez. Alright. ECAM memo landing to blue.
Delta 122 Heavy, thanks. Your number 2 following Heavy A330 on a 3-mile final. The wind 34019, goes 27, 31 right to the left.
Clear to land on runway 31 right, Delta 152 Heavy.
Turn manifest final 1 heavy, 8 miles from Maldi. Turn left heading 340, maintain 3000 until established. Turn left for make sure on approach, maintain 1 turn off until due left.
Heading 340, 180 until Sula, clear ILS 31 right, winning Tampa 01.
Delta 2938, going to maintain 13,000. Decam the altimeter 3034.
Power 3000 feet on 2938.
Number 950 out with the Wind Republic.
We'll continue. I don't think I get a landing clearance. Landing.
152, if you get reduced to your final approach speed, you're encroaching on the aircraft in front of you.
Top speed for guardian or the government cabin speed.
Landing clearance for Delta 3318.
152 Heavy.
Delta 3318, we're through right, you're clear to land. The wind 34019, gust 27.
Alright, through right, clear to land, Delta 3318 Heavy, thank you. Sweet, we're a stable target, and we're sinking 5, cleared to land. I don't see any Vassies out there. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. And hopefully I can see something. Because there should be a Pappy off to the right-hand side. I do not see that.
69 Romeo Heavy, New York, correct, number 69 Romeo Super, New York approach. Hello, depart, landing heading 18.
Alright.
31 right.
Autopilot's coming off.
Number 69 Romeo, that's landing 50 ILS, runway 31 left, depart, landing heading 18.
Depart landing heading 180, have a 600 Romeo.
50. 40.
You approach
Minimum
5, will be also
20.
cleared ILS or no?
10.
2135, not yet, I have one more turn.
Sounds good.
Yep, deployed. 80. 60. We'll take this left. Left when able. No delay, he says.
Delta 3318, nicely done. Taxi left on Alpha to parking. Have a good night.
Alrighty, we'll take a left onto Alpha here to park for Delta 3318 Heavy. Thanks for the ATC. Really appreciate it. You have a great night.
You as well.
Alrighty, so here we are. I'll make the left-hand turn here. This will be Alpha. There, I'll bring up the taxi diagram for you all. Tablet. There we go. There's Alpha. I think there's, yep, there's the company right behind us. Alright, sweet deal. So we will taxi to park via Alpha. And now that we're here, we can go ahead and go flaps up.
Your proposed 7950 Alpha got off runway 1 at Alpha.
There we go.
Thunder Alpha, straight ahead. Have a good night.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
For some reason, I don't know why the flight directors automatically turn themselves off. It is what it is.
3000.
Left 140, going 3000.
Let's go ahead and get the APU going.
Internal left heading 010. Maintain 2,500 to establish. Center lines remain forward approach.
Sweet deal. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to JFK. This thing, with flaps full, stops surprisingly quick.
2 miles from Maldi, turn left heading 340. Maintain 3,000 to establish. Mobilizer, center lines remain forward right approach. Speed 18 turn off. Still do left.
So, let's see. I'll bring the tablet back up so we can see where we're going. We'll take Alpha all the way down to, I guess this entrance to the ramp here. We can do that. I don't know what intersection that is. Yep, and I broke it. Yep, I broke it. Bring it back up. It's not going to want to do it. So, there we go. We'll enter on, I guess that's golf. We'll just take the golf entrance. Landing clear. Hey, Max Racing, that happens sometimes. That was spicy, yeah. Hey, that actually does happen in real life sometimes where you don't get a landing clearance until 200 feet. You're just like, you gonna let me land? Bro, you gonna let me land? And then they'll say, you know, 18 through all right, clear land. They'll just blurt it out real quick. It's on the radio. Everything is recorded. So let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this. We're pretty much getting over to where our terminal area is. I see a Delta over here. Ooh, I'll park next to that Delta. How about that? Got the company that just landed behind us. He kind of rolled out a little bar there. So we'll park beside this other Delta 330 though. How about that? And call that a stream.
I have lost my radio tag. I think I'm stuck with you. I don't know if you have to change frequency or not. What am I doing?
Depends who you are.
It depends on who you are. Okay. And just in case you didn't know, I mean, this is the default Asobo JFK scenery. For me, you know, this does the trick. As much free sceneries as Asobo can throw my way, I will take it. It's not paper quality, but it's not the default stuff, and so I don't actually mind it. Flying into a default airport like this, it's pretty easy on the frame rates, and it doesn't look half bad, you know. Anything is better than a regular default airport, so I will take it, you know. So I guess I'll park just on the other side of this Delta 330 here. We're on the ramp. I'll go ahead and turn off this taxi light. There we go. I'm very interested to see how this landing looked, because that was my first landing in a 330, and it almost looked like I was slow flighting it like a Cessna. Right down onto the runway. Max Racing says, great stream. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Glad you came and glad you enjoyed the stream there. Let's see. Am I going to fit in this alley? Like, things just started disappearing. So, I guess we will make our own line here. Alrighty, and we'll park on this solid line here.
Appreciate it.
There we go. Looks like our wingtips should clear there. We're clearing the left, clearing the right. We'll go ahead and make our way down the line here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to park right beside the company A330. I don't know if this is part of the scenery or if this is actually someone, you know, loading up and they're getting ready to go to Charles de Gaulle or something like that. But
Going around 220, financing 2014.
I don't know. Should I taxi up a little bit further? Where's the secret sauce point to stop at here? That'd be the key thing. Alrighty, we'll call that a night right there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to JFK. Let's see who else ended up coming. There's our go around right there. Let's see. Let's see, where did our company go? We had a company Delta. Don't know where. Oh, he parked right here. This is the company Delta right behind us. So looks like they decided to park here at the JetBlue terminal. There you go. Good job parking at the JetBlue terminal, guys. So them and the 777, this Turkmenistan 777 right there. I'm taxiing to the building. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Perfect parking job. They had to pull far enough away to, you know, clear that taxiway, but so there we go. The TWA hotel, look at there. They even got the TWA hotel. That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, and our company, it looks like our company's pushing back off the gate. Awesome. That's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm just like gushing over here. Let's go ahead and disconnect and get our replays going here. Thank you very much for the ATC. Really do appreciate it. We'll go ahead and log off of there and exit out of there. I can end my flight replay. We can stop the recording there. And let's go ahead. I got all the engines running. Everything's going. The only thing I got going is the parking brake. We can load up the replay. And hopefully it doesn't go absolutely crazy. So let's see what happens here when I press play. There we go. So let's go ahead and move ourselves right. Oh, there we go. Go ahead and get, well, hopefully it starts. Do I need to put the flaps down? Yay, nay? Or do I need to hit play and see what happens? Let's hit play and see what happens here. Hopefully the flaps will start coming down. Nope, you're not going to start coming down? Yeah, they're coming down. Sweet deal. It's just going to take it a minute for everything to get set. Alright. There we go. Sweet deal. Alright, let's go ahead and look at this landing from the passenger viewpoint. We'll get one like right about here. That sounds good, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Let's wind that back. Let's wind that back again. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and watch it from this angle. I mean, my first time, I've always seen videos of 330s and they're like insanely greasy landings, but I have never actually been able to fly one in the simulator, at least, or in real life. But I agree, like the 330 seems like it is a butter machine. Like, absolute, it doesn't float. Positive contact with the runway. Oh my gosh. Let's do that again, shall we? How does that look from the outside? That's the only way to tell. How does that look from the outside? Right on the 1,000 footers. Wow. Wow. Look at there. Right on the 1,000 footers. And right on center line. Chat, I think I'm in love with the A330. I don't know. I don't know, chat. What do you all think? Where did it touch down? Right there. All right, let's take it out to the drone view here. Reset that camera. I'm gonna unlock it real quick. Let's see. I want camera. Oh, it's gonna do that showcase. Unlock. There we go. And let's do that. We can drag you backwards just a tad bit. Chat, I'm in love with the freaking A330. It's a butter machine. I didn't even have the winds were gusty, all right, and my first time landing it ever, and I mean, I will take this landing every day. Didn't float it, right on 1,000 footers, and you see the trailing link gear touched down first. The rear bogie touched down first, and then wow, absolutely amazing. That is absolutely amazing. We'll come in here. I'm gonna lock the camera again. Showcase, lock it, drone follow mode. There we go. And let's go into the flight deck here, and we will run this back here. I know. Let's see. There we go. I will go ahead and we will do that. We will run that back one more time. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that showed up this evening. Max Racing, Draco, Canadian Aviation, and Darius, thank you very much for joining me on the stream, keeping me in line. I really do appreciate it. For all of you guys out there watching and following along, please hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to take the weekend off, but I'll be back Monday. Until the next time I see you all, please remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Until the next time I stream, I'm Grey Eagle. Peace.